and I'm pleased to present on behalf of the ACMAD team, which is the African Center of Meteorological Application for Development, on strengthening climate services in Africa through regional coordination mechanism. So in presentation, I will first brief on ACMAD mission and vision and work. Then I will go on the regional coordination mechanism, where I will highlight one of the key framework of regional African coordination mechanism, which is the African Continental Climate Outlook Forums. And I will present also the regional user interface platform and the coordination mechanism through the capacity building and highlight some success stories. So ACMAD, as I said, is the African Center of Meteorological Application for Development. It has been created since 1985 and established in Niamey, in Niger since 1992. Created by WMO, AUC, and UNECA, and it acts as a weather and climate center for Africa. What we do is provision of weather and climate information services for socioeconomic sectors like health, disaster risk reduction, agriculture, water management. As an African center, we work on the coordination of our member state and also other regional climate centers. We also build the capacity of our member state, and we do some research and transfer of technology. We host the Continental Multi-Hazard Africa Center for Africa since 2022 under the AMWAS framework. And our vision is to be a world-class continental operational center of excellence, contributing to a prosperous Africa with well-resilient population to extreme events and empowered to reduce weather and climate-related hazards. And our mission is to act as an African weather and climate watch center and a center of excellence for the application of meteorology for sustainable development. So this map represents the WMO designated regional climate centers and also regional climate centers under demonstration phase. And when you see in Africa, we have 6 regional climate centers. We have 2 which has been proposed, which is on Central Africa for Central Africa region in blue and SADC region. We have the one in gray, the Regional Climate Center for ECOWAS based in Niger, Niamey, which is under demonstration phase. And we have the Regional Climate Center for Eastern Africa and for Northern Africa Network, which are also designated, which has ended the demonstration phase and designated as a recognized regional climate center by WMO. And we have ACMAD, which has the special mandate of, as a continental mandate, which is the SSC designated by WMO to work on as the continental SSC for Africa. And we coordinate the other regional climate centers, both under demonstration phase and proposed. So our coordination mechanism is based on 5 key priority areas. First, we provide a coordination mechanism for climate services delivery. Under this section, we work in collaboration with regional climate centers and our member states to deliver weather and climate forecasting, impact-based forecasting, climate monitoring for member states, for other regional climate centers, and also for humanitarian and development agencies. And we also facilitate the access to data and tools. And under this area is to strengthen the observation and monitoring of systems, to enhance research on modeling and prediction of weather and climate information. And another aspect is the capacity development. And under this section, we provide training on data, tools, and methods to empower African climate experts on better delivering climate information services. And we also support the policy awareness through policy dialogue days, through contribution to high-level side events at COPE, at DRR platform, global platform, and so on. And one important area also was the establishment of the user interface platform, which aims to really bridge the gap between the climate services providers and users. And under this framework, we have developed user interface platform for key socioeconomic sectors: agriculture, health, water, and DRR. So I will go step by step for each coordination mechanism. For the first one on climate services delivery, at ACMAD, we adopted a seamless forecasting approach to make sure that climate information is continue throughout the time scale. So we have the seasonal climate outlook that really give the likelihood of wet season or drought season across all the continent. And this one is really the product to help get ready for the season. And it is co-produced with regional climate centers presented previously across the region, and it's a consensus-based statement. And then we have the mid-range forecast, which give the likelihood of dry spells and wet spells. And this enable stakeholders and users to get also ready for the wet spell, to farmers to get to prepare the land, and also to take information, actionable action based on actionable indicators. And we have the short range forecast that really tell the users to go for early action to mitigate the risk of flooding and so on. And in also the climate services delivery, we work collaboratively with humanitarian agencies across the region. And one area we're working is the WMO coordination mechanism. And under this framework, we provide impact-based forecast to the WMO coordination mechanism. And this impact-based forecast give information to UNHCR and also other humanitarian actors on the risk of flooding for anticipatory actions. And we also work collaboratively with UN OCHA. And through this collaboration, we have developed what we call recently Flooding Outlook, is a co-production of impact-based forecast based on the climate information ACMAD provides, impact-based forecast based on the likelihood of extreme or heavy rainfall, which is combined with the vulnerability data from OSHA and it gives the prediction of the percentage of population to be exposed to floods. And this is really a tool that help the humanitarian actors to really take early action, and it's used weekly. And another, I mean, one key platform we are really using to coordinate, to share knowledge, to also design and build product is the African Continental Climate Outlook Forum. And as the other regional climate outlook forums, this is the forum where we gather climate scientists, climate experts, and also experts from socioeconomic sectors like agriculture, health, DRR, water, to co-produce seasonal climate outlook and impact based on the seasonal climate outlook to really tailor the climate information to the need of users and have also a consensus product. And it has been initiated since 2022. And as I said, it's a mechanism to provide a continental climate outlook services. And it's organized in collaboration with the 6 regional climate centers of Africa. And so far, the African Continental Climate Outlook Forum enabled us to build consensus continental climate outlook for target season. It's basically we held it monthly, on a monthly basis online, and on a quarterly basis physically. And it also enabled us to initiate and harmonize a roadmap for forecasting techniques, which has been adopted by climate experts in the RCCs and also other partners. It enables us to really harmonize the data, the tools, and the method we are using for the Continental Drought Bulletin. The Continental Drought Bulletin is also a co-produced drought bulletin, as the name said. It's co-produced by the regional climate centers for Eastern Africa and ACMAD, and it's produced by the AUC, and it provides information on droughts, monitoring, and forecasting. The ACOP also allowed us to enhance the impact-based seasonal climate outlook statements for improved climate-smart decision-making. And another important aspect is that this forum enabled to build the capacity among the climate experts, and they can benefit of an integrated and harmonized products across the continent. And this is one of a key output of the ACOF. It's a brief for policy and decision makers, which is based on significant weather and climate events updated. And it highlights the likelihood of wet or dry season across all the continent. And it's really based on the consensus statement between all the regional climate centers. And a part of the African Continental Climate Outlook Forum, ACMAD also support the Regional Climate Outlook Forum for the other regional climate centers. And we contribute to IGAD, SADC, IOC, and Northern Africa Network Climate Outlook Forum with the continental perspective. We also provide especially a technical support to ECOWAS and ECAS region for the climate outlook elaboration and provision. As you can see, these are the map which has been co-produced, with the Regional Climate Center for Central Africa during the forum, and also for the Regional Climate Center for Western Africa, ECOWAS. And we also do what we call a technical notes, statement, and briefing regularly with our member states to provide them with technical capacity to better elaborate the daily bulletin. In terms of a mechanism of coordination, we also facilitate the access to data, tools, and products. And under this section, we coordinate 4 regional advanced transmission systems for low Earth orbiting satellite data, which contribute to the implementation of WMO and Africa Space Strategy and Program. And the RAR stations are very key to unlock the sources of predictability, knowing that we have many parts of Africa where the data are still sparse and not well distributed, and the satellite data come here to complement to what is observed on the ground. We also provide a platform, digital platform, that help member states to take informed decisions. And those digital platforms are interactive and updated regularly, and it's enable those web portals enable to monitor, for example, drought. We have the African Drought Monitoring and Advisory Systems, which enable to monitor in the near real time drought across the continent. We have the onset monitoring tools, which provide monitoring and also forecast of the onsets across the region. And all those platforms are available online and accessible to our member states to support their work and the provision of climate information at national level daily. As I was saying, we work on capacity building, and at ACMAD, we organize capacity building workshops, trainings, webinars, and also special briefing for extreme weather events. And in addition to this, we have what we call on-the-job training and secondment program, where we host junior or senior climate expert from national Met services to build their capacity in nowcasting, climate monitoring or assessment, long-range forecasting, or also development of impact-based forecast, depending on the need of countries. And so far, between 2021 to 2024, we have trained 48 experts at ACMAD across 19 countries in Africa. And we also have internship for master's students. And so far we have trained 9 master's students from AIMS, which is the African Institute for Mathematical Science, and with a special emphasis on promoting gender. And we have trained 6 women under this program. We also contribute to policy awareness through side event, through statement at COPE, the RR platform, and we contribute to elaborate technical notes of the African State of Climate report As we know, this is really key for the continent, and it supports the advocacy and advocacy for climate investment. We also organize policy dialogue meetings to raise awareness on the upcoming weather impact, seasonal weather outlook impacts. And this happened in 2024 when we forecasted drought under the Southern Africa, and we called the decision makers and the stakeholder to discuss the potential impacts, the socioeconomic impact, and how we can really mitigate it by taking anticipatory actions. And one framework we have also established and operationalized at ACMAD was the Continental User Interface Platforms. What is Continental User Interface Platform? It's a framework that provides a structured means for users, climate researchers, and climate services providers to interact at appropriate level for us at continental level, and to ensure that the climate services providers really meet the needs of the users. And this is done through consultation workshop to identify area priorities, needed products, and this really aims to promote effective decision-making where it's involved climate considerations. And below we have the consultation workshop we held in Cameroon to establish the UIP in 2022. And we have established 4 user engagement platforms on agriculture, disaster risk reduction, health, and water. For the GRR, it's already active, and we regularly co-produce with UN OCHA, WFO, WFP, FAO, IFRC, and UNHCR, as you have seen before under the presentation. Under the WMO coordination mechanism framework, we work with UNHCR, and also for the development of tailored impact-based forecasts with UN OCHA. We have the UIP Health, which is active, and under this framework, we have a bi-weekly meeting with WHO Afro coordination mechanism, and we have developed a special product for meningitis environmental risk, which support the bi-weekly meeting with the health sector's experts to really use this information to tailor the response and the contingency plan, the health response on the ground. We have also the UIP for agriculture, which is active, and we co-produce with the PAFO, which is the Pan-African Farmers Organization, where we disseminate the climate information for agriculture, the seasonal forecasting, the decadal forecast, and they use it to inform the farmers locally, and also to provide us with feedback for continuous improvements. We have the UIP water, which is under operationalization with the Nile Basin Network. I have decided to give a presentation of a case study on the UIP platform for health. As I was saying, for the health UIP, we work with WHO, Afro, and with Clean Health Africa. And we produce the meningitis outbreak, outlook, and advisory for the WHO Afro meningitis surveillance and control. And this is generated weekly and disseminated. We participate to bi-weekly technical briefing with the WHO Afro network. And we also have some products for the air quality control and also for the early warning system for heat waves. Under the coordination mechanism, we have supported the ECAS region to establish a user interface platform for disaster risk reduction and agriculture during the PRESAC, which is the Seasonal Climate Outlook Forum for Central Africa region. We have also supported the Cameroon National Meteorological Services to launch their first National Climate Outlook Forum and also to establish and operationalize the user interface platform for disaster risk reduction and agriculture. So as listen, learn, and way forward, based on the work we are doing, we recognize the importance to promote data exchange and peer-to-peer learning because it's crucial to regularly hold exchange discussions with local community, national agency, and regional agency, and also continental stakeholder to improve the climate information provision and also to tailor the information to the needs of users so that it can really support the disaster risk reduction and mitigate the impact of climate change. We also understand that it's important to continue to strengthen capacity among experts, and this is done by training of trainers, training of forecasters, and also training of performance of assessment of the different tools and methods we are using during our regional climate outlook forums. And it's really one thing which is important, that is important in achieving early warning for all is partnership and collaboration.